We could be the healing when you're feeling all alone. We could be the reason to find the strength to carry on. In a world that's so divided, we shall overcome. We can be the healing. We can be the flower in the gun. We could be the healing. We can be the flower in the gun.
What would I say to my son or to my daughter if they came and asked me about these days? What kind of reason could I give for all the hate that's standing in the way? Wish I could tell them that nobody's gonna judge them, and every stranger on the block is gonna love them. No bully in the world could ever hurt them, but I can't say that today. Whoa, no one could ever take your pride from you. Speak your truth and let your spirit fly, 'cause we could be the healing when you're feeling all alone. We could be the reason to find the strength to carry on. In a world that's so divided, we shall overcome. We could be the healing. We could be the flower in the gun. We could be the healing.
Say to every woman who was ever told by a man, don't try to reach too high? What could I say to every girl who was betrayed and told to keep the pain locked inside? Wish I could say nobody's ever gonna judge me. Every stranger on the block is gonna love me. No bully in the world is gonna hurt me, but I can't say that today. Oh, no one could ever take my pride from me. Speak my truth and let my spirit fly,
'cause we could be the healing when you're feeling all alone. We could be the reason to find the strength to carry on. In a world that's so divided, we shall overcome. We could be the healing. We could be the flower in the gun. We could be the healing. We could be the flower in the gun. It's like somebody dropping a pebble into a pond and sending ripples out to the world. Whoa,
whoa,
yeah,
yeah.
oh. Everybody say,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
oh, yeah. 'Cause we could be the healing when you're feeling all alone. We could be the reason to find the strength to carry on. In a world that's so divided, we shall overcome. We could be the healing. We could be the flower in the gun. We could be the healing. We could be the flower in the gun.
We can be the flower in the gun.
So the flower has a lot of personal meaning to me for a variety of reasons. First, let's go through some of the symbolism in this particular song with movement. First, sign language for healing is hands right here and then fists. Healing, that is sign language for healing. Second, you've got the lotus flower coming up right here at the heart center. The lotus flower is a huge symbol in yoga. It's basically the symbol almost. And the lotus flower pokes up through the surface of the pond, opens up in this beautiful flower reaching towards the light. But yet that lotus flower is anchored and rooted in the muckiest muck imaginable. This girl's from Wisconsin, and she swam in her fair share of ponds. And if you have, when you get to the bottom of the pond, it is a soft, mucky mess down there. And it's very silty, and you can't see through the water very much. And that is where the lotus flower is rooted. And that's when we are in our darkness. But as we process and transform and change and let go of those things that are no longer serving us, we move through the water. And as you move up through the water, as the lotus begins to grow through the water starts to get lighter and lighter and moves up until finally it pokes out of the pond and into the light. So basically, the symbol of the lotus flower is going from the darkness to the light. Uttara Buddhi, I'm not always the best pronunciator of that, is the index fingers are pointing towards the ceiling and the fingers are crossed and connected here. And held here at the heart chakra, this is a reminder mudra to remind us that we are powerful and we are enlightened. The fingertips poking to the sky. Yet, we think we're independent, but we're really interconnected. So it's here to remind us of our oneness to everyone else on the planet. Then there's goddess pose, Kali. So in goddess pose, we come into this nice plie squat, and goddess pose is really done like this. What I love about goddess pose, besides the excellent workout you get with it, is it's a polarity. You've got the creator and the destroyer all right wrapped into one. We often forget that in order to bring something new in, we have to destroy something, transform it, change it, let go of it, or have a death of it. Otherwise, we're not going to get here. So in Kali, she symbolizes that particular posture for us. So just as you are no longer your 5-year-old self, though you might have loved that 5-year-old self, learned a lot of lessons, you have to let go of that 5-year-old self so that you could change, transform into who you are today. And there's one more gesture that was not visible in the solo mindful movement that would have been in the group mindful movement, was we all start, the formation for this actually starts in a circle and stays in a circle the whole time. When we jump out to Kali, instead of our hands being up like this, the left hand is flipped over because the right hand gives and the left hand receives. So now if you can imagine, if I had two people on this side, their hands would be going the same way. So in this interconnectedness, my right hand would support my person here as this person would be supporting me here. And it's really kind of a cool gesture when you see it in action in a big circle. It's really fun. And everybody starts to bounce together and when it starts happening that way. I would like to tell you two background stories for this particular mindful movement. The first is the symbol of the flower behind me. That flower is just not an ordinary flower. I'm not sure if this simple act of kindness was the reason why I received this flower or not, but it is a warm, fuzzy story. And a few years ago, I was walking in Tacoma, Washington, visiting some friends and running an errand. And I was walking past a man who was working on his house, and he was scraping the sides of the house and to get ready to do the real paint job. And he was about 3/4 of the way up his ladder, and his scraper fell out. So I just kind of walked over and picked it up off the grass and reached up and gave it to him and continued on my merry way. I didn't really think anything about it, and I'm still to this day not really sure if the next action is really connected to it. So I'm walking, I must have been 2-3 blocks away, and I received a text from a friend of mine. So I stopped underneath the tree and was answering the text. And the next thing I know, this man had approached me and was giving me that rose that you see in the video. And just walked away. He didn't say anything. He just gave me the flower and walked away. I'm still not sure if it's the same person or not. I'm pretty sure it is. But what a wonderful act of kindness. And to this day, though the rose has wilted and faded away, I have this beautiful picture. And every time I look at it, I think of how important it is that small acts of kindness make this world go around.